Aiden, what's up, brother? Can you see me all right? What's up, Aiden? No, I'm getting my legs done today. Got my Don Frye shorts on. Red, white, and blue, baby. Got Veterans Day this weekend. Feel like celebrating America. You know, I walked outside today and the air just smelled more affordable. You know what I mean? Oh, Aiden, don't respond to comments like that. Don't worry about that stuff. Hell yeah. Alright, what do we got? Powder. What's up? God damn, hamburger. Daniel. The tactical butt wiggle. Oh, there's more where that came from. I don't know. It just felt like I was like, what am I gonna wear tonight? Wear my singlet? Don Frye. I was watching old UFC, and he was beating the snot out of Tank Abbott. And I got to thinking, like, I don't have his mustache. There's a man that could pull those booty shorts off and just make it work, man. Boopendra. Hi, bro. What's up? We gotta do it again. So the purpose of the wiggle, incidentally, is I'm just trying to work on ankle mobility. So you kind of turn your. The idea is to keep your feet as flat as possible. You want to come over your ankles. The problem with going ass to grass for most people is their knee and ankle mobility, including myself. Those are called lengthened partials. Science, if you you follow Dr. Mike Israetel and Jeff Nippert, types of those guys, Profit Fear, there's a lot of evidence to suggest that hypertrophy occurs much more when the muscles are stretched. So when the chest is stretched, that's where you want to get your work in. Where can I get those pants? I got them on. I typed Don Frye shorts into Google search. And it just came up with, there's a bunch of, you can buy them on Amazon, but they're cheap. I forgot where I got, these are like the real ones. The tactical butt wiggle, baby. Prio? How do you pronounce it? Let me see. I apologize if I mispronounced your name. Prio. Thank you. You can't fit through the cat door, dog. I have a dog that's as tall as I am. And when he was a puppy, he used to run through the cat door. He's bigger than a St. Bernard. He's not heavier, but he's taller. And he still tries to jam his head through the cat door, and it's pretty funny because he gets stuck. He's a St. Bernard mixed with a Great Pyrenees and maybe an Irish Wolfhound. So I'm using the camber bar for squatting today because what that does is it places the center of gravity of the weight about 4 inches forward, which would be closer to like a high bar squat or a front squat, which makes you have to sit a little bit farther back with your back a little more upright, meaning your quads do a little more of the work. So if you're a low bar squatter like a power lifter and you want to get your 1 rep max up, an easy thing you can do to your program is safety squat bar, camber bar, or switch to doing front squats if you have the mobility and the ability to do so. Finally, I found the gay channel. Yeah. Are those the Betty Boo American flag shorts? I think it's Betty Boop. What age did you start lifting? Oh, well, I started lifting heavy about 40. I'm 50 now. But I've been training in some capacity my entire life. Well, it's since, 20s. We'll say my 20. When I joined the Marine Corps. At 19. Been pretty much doing some sort of physical training since then. Mr. UFO, what's up? Did you vote for Harris? That's a fucking stupid question. Body weight beast fitness. What's up, brother? Did anybody vote for Harris? I don't even think what's his name? I don't think Joe voted for her. I would be willing to bet money that Joe Biden voted for Donald Trump. We lost. Who's we? Can we see your USMC picture? Like, what do you mean? Of course I voted for Trump. You see my channel? I'm not a Republican, I'm an independent. I used to be a libertarian, but I kind of had to leave the party because I didn't agree with some of the stuff they were spouting, but This looks unsafe. Yes, it is unsafe if you're untrained and weak. All right. Ginger staff, thank you. I'm assuming you guys have not seen my content, but I'm a competitive powerlifter, 50 years old, 220 weight class, currently ranked 1 in the United States and 2 in the world, I think. Mayhem the truth. Belt's on tight. Bro, fix your gut. Oh. I guess I could take my belt off. What's wrong with my gut? Is there an issue with that? Like you sit down and your gut hangs out a little bit. Like I would like to see what you look like when you're sitting. Rogan bod. Well, Rogan's almost 60 years old. You know that, right? Yeah. Like I'm fucking 50. What do you want? Find me a 50-year-old right now. Find anyone 50 that you know. Find them. Just is anybody in shape like I am? You guys like pick on like, oh, his physique's not perfect. Some guy working out in his garage isn't like to IFBB bodybuilder standards. Like, okay. What's your cycle? I ride a free agent. No, okay, so here's the thing. So I'm not natural and I don't mind talking about it, but I recently just got monetized. And like, because if you look at all my previous videos, including yesterday, I was telling people exactly what I was taking, how much, how frequently. I don't take much, I will say that, but I'm a little concerned now because they told me that I should probably stop talking about that the way I do. I don't know I don't really know the rules around it. Like what? I know that Larry Wheels got a strike, and what's his name? My boy, the Slingshot. They canceled his channel. Then Juji Mufu, he got a strike. Because those guys were all open and honest and talking about it, and which I have no problem with. Matter of fact, I want people to have good information. I'm just kind of worried about like now. Do you think all older guys should take it? No, I would go by blood work. Blood work, how are you feeling? What are your goals? Like me, I'm a competitive powerlifter and I want to keep competing. No, Lord, you're not wrong, man. Like, there's a lot of guys that, some of my friends are 100% natural. I was 100% natural to the age of 46, as a matter of fact. And that's awesome. That's awesome for them. One thing I try not to do is, like, I try not to judge people. Like, you get these sanctimonious natties that are super judgmental of others, and it's like, well, it's not your life. And then the flip side to that is you get guys on gear who, you know, they have their opinions. My opinion is, do what's right for you and mind your own fucking business. You know what I mean? You worry about your shit. Like, I don't know, like, nothing you do affects what I'm gonna, the choices I make, and nothing I do should affect the choices you make, unless you're trying to do something that I'm doing. And in that case, I want you to have good information, and I want people to understand how things work. Ronaldo, absolutely not. He told me to put some pants on. Hell no. This is a lesson, kids. How dare you? Well, you should be 50 and sitting on the couch while drinking beer, watching football, not instead of like being a badass powerlifter in your garage. Yeah, you're right. I'm horrible choices. What do you guys? You're on YouTube, right? Don't do what you love. Give up on your dreams. Why use modern science to improve the quality of your life when random people on the internet won't approve of your choices? Have you ever practiced martial arts? I still do. I train, right now I'm training boxing with Paul Mayorkin here in town. Artist Boxing Gym, Sunset and Pecos. We're doing that 3 days a week. Prior to that, I was doing Muay Thai and kickboxing. Back in the day, I did Taekwondo. My kids train with us, so they box too. Uh-oh, we got a spammer. Beautiful seniors to those. TDLR, brother. I have to scroll back up and read your all caps sanctimony. Hold on here. My point is, my beautiful seniors in care are beautiful to natural, live very long. To those, Lord, I gotta be honest with you. I mean, like, cool story, bro. I mean, I get my blood work done every couple months. My blood pressure is 120/77. My health markers are good across the board. I'm only using a little bit. Like, I weigh 220 pounds. I don't have that high. I don't have that high of a caloric intake compared to a lot of bodybuilders. Now you can say, well, is that going to shorten your life? I don't know. How much of a health threat is low as hypogynoidism? You know, that has consequences to long-term health too. What about depression? You know, you can say I lived a few years longer, but I was just a piece of shit that hated myself and I wasn't able to participate in the things I love to do. Is that better? You tell me. I don't know. I think it's a personal decision. And again, one thing I'm not going to be is a sanctimonious prick. You know, like, if you make a choice that I disagree with, I might tell you I disagree with it, but I'm not going to think any less of you. It's like, never let the opinions of other people affect what you ask for. You know, always consider what they say. Assume everybody knows something you don't. But at the end of the day, if somebody does not have your best interest in mind, then why are you listening to their comments? Momming it up. I'm going to put you on a timeout, okay? Let's see. Put user in timeout. What do you think? 30 minutes? I hate Ben Affleck. Yeah. I can't say I disagree with you. All right. I can't stand celebrities. I can't stand these fucking liberal blowhards thinking that just because they're rich and they're on TV, that they somehow know more than you or I, or their lived experiences qualify them in some way to tell the rest of us how we should live our lives. They're out of touch with reality. They know nothing about the common man's struggles. and it makes me so happy that they're all crying and whining. Body weight. Yeah, cool story. Let's see. I'll let the trolls feed the YouTube algorithm. Yeah. Jacob Marriage throws. Thank you for your service. Thank you. I appreciate it. Was that a fart, bro? Possibly. Eddie. Sup, dudes? Do you install insulation in your garage door? If so, well, how does it work? Yes. So that's EFIS foam that I got from a construction site because I work construction. I found this out the hard way. If you're going to use foam, it works awesome because it's 110 to 115 degrees out here in Vegas sometimes. That with the swamp cooler keeps the temperature down to about 80 degrees in the garage, which some would say is pretty hot still, but for working out it's fine. It adds a lot of weight to your garage door, so take that into consideration because your spring's tuned to the weight of your door. I found it out the hard way and I broke my spring. Easy fix, something to consider. What is the best stack to use safely? All right, I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube, but here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm not endorsing steroids. I'm simply, this is for educational purposes. This is what I use. Right now, I run 200 milligrams of testosterone a week and 100 milligrams of DHB. I love the compound ever since I started using it 3 or 4 months ago. I have to take a minimum amount. I have no side effects. My blood pressure is good. My health markers are good. My triglycerides are good. My cholesterol is good. I have no acne. No libido side effects. Will it work that way for you? I don't know. I'm a hyper responder. I was all natural to the age of 45. So the doctor says if you stay natty for most of your life, you're going to have more androgen receptors than somebody that used steroids younger in their life. So what works for me, being somebody that waited so long, you might not have the same results, but I will say that I have used other compounds in the last couple of years, and I've had adverse side effects from them, and DHB is checking off all the boxes. It's something that you can run long term at a low amount with little or no side effects, and I'm still making gains. So, plus I train my ass off. DHB, it's dihydroplaga. DHB. I'm going to post a link. Let me see here. So, well, I don't want to post a link, but I'm going to post what you could put in your search engines. I have no idea how to pronounce this. Dihydrocorticosterone. Oh, that's lovely. So, you get rid of penguins here. Remove. As you age, remember lots of cables, bands, isolation, bodyweight training, one heavy set of dumbbells, running long distance, walking. Yeah, I don't disagree with any of that. Okay, Lord Edward Alexander, let me explain something to you. I'm a competitive powerlifter, and I'm ranked top in the world. This year I'll be going to break some records. I have the Nevada State records across 2 weight classes. I was ranked top 3 in the world for 3 years in a row. I placed silver medal at Worlds in the last 2 years at IPL Worlds. This year I'm going to be going for some records for the over 50 lifters. So I have a goal, and I have a protocol, and I have a trainer, and I have a program, and I'm going to follow it. And I do appreciate your sentiment, and you're not wrong about anything you're saying, but it doesn't apply to me. But you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm not saying it's bad. It's not bad. And take your cap locks off, guy. It sounds like you're yelling. Tone it down. Relax. It's going to be a nice night. You know what I'm saying? What's your squat and bench max? Don't lie. Well, you can check the records. My max competition squat was 620. Max bench in competition was 385. My max deadlift was 670. Currently in the gym, I did 720 2 weeks ago deadlift with the trap bar, so that translates to about 25 pounds less. So I'd say my deadlift's probably around 680, 690. My bench is hovering between 405 and 410, and my squat, we'll find out tonight, but last time I did a max single, I did 650. There's 405 on the bar right now. But it's also a camber bar, so keep that in mind. This makes it a little more difficult because it moves the weight forward. It's a little more like a front squat. I'm not even warmed up. Man, I love squats. Best exercise, every sport. I can't think of one sport squats won't help. What happened with your mouth? No, that's a skin flap right now. Yeah, I got a beep. Little piece of muscle. Lord Edwards, if you don't take cap locks off, I'm going to remove you, okay? Jop Fruin, your shorts are hot. That's why I wore them, baby. Don Frye. Veterans Day. We won. We won the election. Hell yeah. You can't really see I got my American flag in the background. I should probably move that over. It's a celebration. Got my Marine Corps EGA on. Do I ever listen to music while working out? Yeah, but you know, with the chat, it's kind of... Cardio is hard, am I right? I do cardio like 3 days a week, boxing. And then every morning, I pretty much hit the heavy bag every day for like 15, 20 minutes. I think I have really, really, really good cardio for a 50-year-old, for sure. I can run circles around most of the guys I train with. You're very unfit. Listen to the breathing. Yeah, my nose is plugged up from all the allergies, man. I can barely breathe. But I'm glad we have my doctor in the chat. I'm the most unfit 50-year-old ever. Thank you, Sally. I do appreciate it, though. I appreciate your concern for me. Dylan, tell me you're retarded without saying you're retarded. What's up with the belly? I'm 50 years old. What do you want? Do you guys go on like every powerlifter's page and ask them about like physical attributes? Is that normal? Like, do you go on another man's page and like Like, I know I'm wearing the booty shorts, so I expect those comments. But, like, you guys pick out weird shit. Like, not one person's asked about lifting. They're all asking about, like, my stomach. You guys are fucking weird. No, they can be mean to me. I don't care. What is the fake stuff? Test 250. I'm going to put Sally on a timeout just because. Let me see here. We'll say 30 minutes. I would ask questions about lifting, but it would get overshadowed by the clowns. Yeah, but no, I do see the conversations, and sometimes we have good conversations. And if you subscribe to my channel, join me on Instagram. I've got a Discord group I belong to with a couple other awesome ranked competitive powerlifters, guys that do the sport for real. We'll get you dialed in, get you started, whatever you need to know. That's what we're all about. It's all about being an ambassador of the sport, getting people under the barbell. I also paint Warhammer figurines, and I was a professional illustrator, so I do artwork on my channel as well. I have a couple playlists for that, but that's kind of I call it nerds with muscles. Guys that are in the comic books, Warhammer, Dungeons and Dragons, Magic the Gathering, whatever, Pokemon, like, anime, manga, comic books, all the nerds with muscles. We are all the kids that got picked on in high school. 244, just started to work out again, trying to cut down to 200. What's the best advice while also burning fat? Okay, without knowing a thing about your program, what I want you to do is for 2 weeks, track everything you're eating. You wake up in the middle of the night and you maw some fucking ice cream in the freezer or eat some cookies, write it down. Don't be ashamed of anything, it's just information. And once you get all that information, after about 2 weeks, you're going to get a good picture of what your diet looks like. From there, we can do two things that are going to make your life easy. We can start eliminating things like mayonnaise, coffee creamer, sugar, whatever. You can start picking things out of your diet that you can live without, that won't drastically change your lifestyle, so that you're not craving or going through, because most diets fail because they suck. The other thing is you get a picture of how many calories you're consuming a day just to survive. Most people are already at a caloric equilibrium because they're staying the same weight. If you're staying the same weight and you've been the same weight for a while, you're at a caloric equilibrium, meaning your body has adapted to the amount of food you're eating every day. From there, we can either start doing a little more cardio, cut a few hundred calories, or what I like to do is introduce high intensity training, which is a way to kill two birds with one stone. I drink black coffee, blueberry, delicious. Yeah. All right, you dickheads. I have abs. I also have a split in my abs. It's called diastasis recti. Now, they're going to sew that together. But if I do that, I go in on the 20th for a surgery consultation. What's going to happen? I'm not going to be able to lift for 6 weeks at least, and even then I'm going to have to come back light. But that'll sew that up over time. That's stretched out. No, it's from taking GH and insulin. Okay. Why does that subject always come up? I always have to explain that. It's so fuck. That's why I'm getting the surgery, to be honest with you. Like, normally I wouldn't care. Well, no, that's not true. I guess I do care. I mean, we work out. We want to look good. But it's, I'm married. I've got kids. My wife doesn't give a shit. It's like, who is it for? It's just cosmetic. It's honestly for you people to shut you the fuck up. was like, I worked my ass off. I was squatting. I had like 600 on the bar, and I was doing reps, and like nobody talked about that. They all wanted to know about my gut. And I was like, really? Is it that big? Is that big of a deal? I'm not natural, RJ. The only thing is like I gotta be careful. Now that I'm monetized, I can't really be openly talking about the stuff I'm taking. I was just talking about it earlier. The last video, because what happens is guys pop on my feed, they'll stay for a few seconds, they'll leave. Everybody asks me the same question over and over again, and I was asked 44 or 45 times what kind of steroids I'm on. So instead of just, like, I can't talk about it nonstop throughout my feed, you know what I mean? I just can't. But no, I'm not natural. And no, I'm not on a ton of gear either. Dinesh, what's up? All right, Lord, I'm actually gonna get rid of you because you didn't do what I asked you to do. I asked you to take your text off of all caps, and since you couldn't follow that request, I'm just gonna block you. I just got rid of Lord. I guess the question I have is like, what does he give a shit what I am doing? Does anything I do affect his life in any way? Or maybe he wishes he was strong and he sees guys and he thinks that you could just take steroids and be Ronnie Coleman when you wake up in the morning. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of guys, what I found is guys will do steroids, not have good effects because they either didn't train right, they don't have the genetics for it, they don't have the drive, for whatever reason, they didn't get the same results as somebody else, so now they just assume that person's on more. You know what I mean? Like you take a guy like Larry Wheels, who's on probably a pretty good amount of gear. But you remove all that gear, and what do you got? You got a guy that's probably at least twice as strong as a natural, or the average male his age and weight. Like, he's genetically gifted. Or Ronnie Coleman when he was natural. Go look at his first couple bodybuilding Olympias. His first 2 Olympias, he was natural, and he placed 17. His first show. Like, there's guys that just have good genetics, and they also work their asses off. Now, if you want to see what I look like natural, I'll go to my videos that I had up on my page from when I first started the channel, that first year or so, right before the lockdowns. I weighed 220 pounds in those videos. I'm 220 pounds now. How much of a difference? I'm more chiseled, I'm more ripped, I'm a little leaner. But physically, not that far off. Partially that's because I'm maintaining a weight class, and I never put any weight on, so I just got as strong as I could in the 220-pound weight class. And I did recomposition. I have lower body fat, more muscle mass, obviously. But how big of a difference is it? You can't say like, oh, he got that physique from steroids when I was all natural. I was almost the same exact weight. You know what I mean? No, I've been training for a decade up to that point. You get a drink here. Why do I say that? Does it matter? No, it doesn't matter. I just don't want people to have unrealistic or bad information. Can you take steroids and get stronger without working out? There's some evidence to suggest you can. You will put on a tiny bit of muscle mass. They give Anadrol to bedridden patients so that they don't atrophy and lose muscle mass. So a compound like that could potentially put some muscle on you without training, but is the juice worth the squeeze? Ronnie did 800 twice. Josh, what's up, brother? Josh, they're going hard at me tonight, man. Marshall Johnson, James Zorb. Marshall Johnson's a natural. I will check him out. I just want abs. How? Lots of cardio, and I would imagine like what would be, your body weight movements, burpees, sit-ups, push-ups, dips, pull-ups. You do all those regularly, you're gonna develop really ripped abs. But abs are made in the kitchen, unfortunately. Yolanda, you hit it. What was your deadlift PR, Yolanda? Tina, thank you. I appreciate it. 600-pound squat. He don't give a fuck what you think. LOL. Corey, how many meals a day is good? I don't know the context of that question. The chat's moving too fast. Come to the WWE, we're good. Oh man, I would love to, but I'd probably get murdered. How many reps can I do? All of them. Sugar lumps, what's it all about? Don Frye story. Yeah, hell yeah, somebody got it. Someone knows who Don Frye is, thank you. How many calories do I eat a day? Probably about 3,500, but I'm also maintaining a weight class. So, like you see these guys, they weigh 250, 260, 270, and they're my height, 5'9" and a half, right around there. And they're eating 5,000 calories a day. That's a good way to get fat. But if you're maintaining a weight class, if you find a weight that you're happy with, you know, whether it's losing weight or gaining, once you get to that target weight, you'll find it. You really don't need to, like, what do they say? 3 grams of protein for every pound of body weight. That's a good way to murder your kidneys over time. Like, you just don't need that much. When you're bulking, when you're trying to put on slabs of muscle, and you're jamming yourself full of exogenous hormones, yeah, you need a high-calorie diet. But once you get to your target weight and you stay there for a while, I do intermittent fasting every day, so I go 18 hours without food every single day, and then in that 6-hour window, I'll have a couple good meals, and I don't really have to watch what I eat too much. And if I want to lose some weight, I'll trim a few hundred calories. Damn, they're okay. Let's hear my kids scream. Hold on for a second. Everybody all right? Yeah. Ha! All right, I'm almost done. All right, let me hit this. She had a tape measure, Josh. She had it out, and she hit the button, and it came back and hit her in the face. I'm 62. I'm still squatting, bench pressing, and all. I'm still squatting. Hell yeah, man. Represent. The guy looks like a word America. Absolutely. I am sick of living in one of the most prosperous, free societies that's ever existed, and these ungrateful motherfuckers that hate our country are my own countrymen, and they've never been outside the country. They have no idea how bad the rest of the world could be. They don't understand true dispossessed people at the bottom that are starving and living in shacks, and they don't understand like bread lines, and they don't have, they don't get it. And we live in a country where everything's fed to them, and they're literally like talking about quitting their jobs so they can live off the government. They don't even understand how the economy works. They don't understand anything. All they do is whine and cry, and they hate, and they categorize you they put you in a little box based off of your immutable attributes, whether you're white or black or green or brown, or you got fucking blue hair or whatever. You're in this box, and you're responsible for the sins of the history of that group of people. Fuck you. Fuck all that bullshit. There's 2 genders. Eat a dick. Now, does that mean I hate trans people? No, my nephew's trans. I love him to death. Do I agree with his choices? Hell no. Hell no. I told him that too. But he's my nephew. I love him regardless. You can live your life. You're free to do so. And we're cool to hang out. Just don't push your shit on me. And if you expect me to use your pronouns, you're going to have a bad day. That's all I'm saying. Hell yeah, 2 muds. I mean, bok, man. Yes. Oh my God, my sister got mad at me because I called him my sister's son, Joe, and she got mad because her name is Silver. Okay, my bad. Dude, I love it. I love Silver. Whatever the fuck, is brilliant. Engineer mind, good kid. Had a rough childhood, really bad childhood. Got taken away, had to live at the state for a few years, went through a really rough patch. Confusing times, one of the only white kids in this school. The only way they get attention is if they're, because white is bad, so he had to belong to some, like, I'm convinced that the only reason why I became LGBT is because he was more accepted, and now all of a sudden he's getting attention from his peers. But then he went full retard with it, and he's swinging for the fences, and I just said to him, look, I really think you're going through a phase, like, and if you're not, great, but wait a year or two. Just marinate with it. I know it's tough. I know you're going through a lot. Stop being so narcissistic and thinking only about yourself, and just try to, hang with it for a year or two, and then see if anything changes. And if you really are convinced, after all that, and regardless, I still love him to death. I told him that too. You're my nephew. I don't fucking agree with you, did. I think what you did was stupid, and I can't stand that my sister pushed you to do it. But I still love both of you. You're family, Right, 100% agree with you. Yeah. Josh, Vended, thank you. Hoorah! I'm transracial. Funny you say that, because when I was applying for jobs and I lived in California, I started, when they asked what race I was, I started checking the other boxes just because I suspected they were just throwing my resume out. And what do you know? I got a call for a job. Now, I don't know if that's the reason. It didn't come up in the interview. All right, here we go. I'm only going to do a couple reps because I'm going to try to go heavier. Everybody wants to be a powerlifter. Yeah. Everyone wants to be a powerlifter. But nobody wants to lift this heavy goddamn weight. Russia's best country in the world, my friend. What is Russia best at? They have outstanding Belarusian hookers. Yeah, hitting the rack. So, shit, I didn't do that on this one. You see how I got on this barbell? I got the collars on it. It widens the weights out a little bit so I don't nip the rack. God, that shit sucks. Andrew minting vodka. You're strong, but I can still bit your thumb, or probably. One thing I learned back in the day, if somebody challenged you to arm wrestle, you're about to get your shit pushed in. Thank you for your service. I speak nonsense. Hell yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Genius. Hey, bro, I'm back. What's up, brother? Mr. Putin is best. He's number one shirtless president. I have to say Russia is best, or I might wind up missing. I would say open challenge. Open challenge, come to house. And we'll see who'll come up missing. I doubt you make it past my wife. And she's not gonna use a shotgun, she's probably gonna use a cast iron skillet. Leafy and Pokemon. Give me 25 push-ups. Joseph. You know what? Alright, I will. Why not? 1, 2, 3. How many was that? I keep going. Hello from Russia. You remind me of two people. Chris Simon. Second, Toby Keith. Unfortunately, already in the heavens. Thanks, Joseph. Oh, what would happen if I do push-ups under the bar? The bar could fall. Oh no. Oh no, could it? It's only been in my garage for a decade. My hair looks pink. I was going for red, white, and blue. So I got blue in the middle and red. But it didn't really work out, huh? What's your age? 50. Son's a jarhead, 619, 664. Hell yeah. 619, 664. That's not a grid location, is it? I just turned 40 and everything is starting to hurt all the time. Right. Look, okay, here's what I'm gonna tell you. I've gotten 2 major injuries. I had a shoulder separation where I tore a tendon. My back go out where I lost the use of my leg. Literally could not walk. I could not use my leg for 2 weeks. I had to rehab. It took about a year. Neither of them were lifting related. Well, no, shoulder was. Yeah, shoulder absolutely was. I used peptides, BBC 157, TB 500, and on top of like doctor administered exogenous hormone use, we'll say, I was able to really heal most of my body up. And for the most part, I feel like I'm in my 20s. That being said, father time comes for everybody. And as we age, even though you can do a lot to feel young, keep your mobility, keep your flexibility, have good cardio, shit just hurts. When I wake up in the morning and I'm getting out of bed, holy crap, I'm like a cripple. I'm walking down the hallway, I'm like, here, my bones is aching. Must be a storm a brewing. I was trying to eat the conditions that they were too goddamn chewy. once you get warmed up, everything's great. I'll be boxing with the kids. We're running around. I rollerblade. I ride the bikes with them. Do all that. Sit down for 20 minutes. Try to get out of the chair. Oh, everything like ossifies. It's like like I saw Medusa and I turned to stone in that 20 minutes. It's comical. Cocaine is a hell of a drug. I was more of a crystal meth guy back before I got sober. So what do you do? Just warm up, get coffee in you? Yes, no Tylenol, but I do take, let me see, no, I'm not paid by these guys, but Innovative Science Solution and Extreme Pump Nitric Oxide Booster. It's got citrulline, arginine, the 3 arginines, and L-citrulline. And then I also take a little bit of niacin, and of course you got your zinc, magnesium, calcium, the usual, vitamin D. This right here, it's got no caffeine in it. It just, man, it wakes you up, just gets you going. You can order it online. They're here in Vegas, so that's why I buy these from. And looking for a website. www.isnutrition.net. Highly recommend these guys. Been using them for a while now. They're here in Vegas. They run the Mayo Clinic. That's who I get my supplements from. All legal. There's nothing illegal about any of that stuff. Got $2.95 today out of the bucket. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, everyone's like, they just pop in the feed and they're like, oh my god, he's out of breath. It couldn't be because you're fucking exercising. How much weight do you have in your home gym? Oh, roughly about 750, 800 pounds. Vagus nerve going nuts because I took 6 months off. Let me look that up real quick. Make sure I got the right one here. Cranial nerve. This is what's my wife. She got in a car accident and she's having problems with that nerve. Have you considered? Because do you get low blood pressure? Because she gets low blood pressure. Like it gets so low, I almost have to take her to the ER. I have met Jay Cutler. I absolutely have. As a matter of fact, he goes to the same Mayo Clinic, the very same one. Him. Who else is in town? Stan Efferding. I was training with Stan Efferding at God, what's the name of the fucking Iron Addicts, and the bench press record holder. What's his name? God Lord, Eric Spoto. Eric Spoto was there on Wednesdays. We'd all go train with him. Stan Efferding was there 3-4 days a week. Now ever since COVID shut the gyms down, like all these guys are training at home now. I don't know where everybody is now, but for a while there, man, yeah, we had the guys that would regularly show up at the gym. We'd have Cali Muscle and his entourage, and then the owner of the gym. What's that guy's name? It's still your motherfucking set. He had heart surgery. God, I can't remember his name now. Help me out here. And then the other people in town were the 5%ers, which was not C.T. Fletcher, yeah. Never met John Cena. Maddox has the current bench press, but back in 2016, it was Eric Spoto. He had 733 roughly, and then it went up to 750 by a Russian guy, and then Julius Maddox came and that took that And I don't think anyone's beat it. Maddox still holds the record, doesn't he? Well, how come you guys never pick on guys like that? How come you never say, like, Julius Maddox, what's wrong with your stomach? You look pregnant. Like, you never tell, like, why do you guys pick on old 50-year-old men? You know, you never talk shit about how fucking fat Eddie Hall is. Eric Spoda was amazing. His arms were bigger than my legs, and on top of that, I think he after he lost after his record got beat, he went into arm wrestling, and I kind of lost track of him after that. Vascular system gets weak too, I gather. Yeah, Danny. Yeah, I know. The G-lock goes away. Vascular systems get weak too, I gather. Well, why are you saying that, Kenneth? How much can I bench? 405 roughly. I almost hit 405 for a double with the football bar a couple weeks ago. Man, I almost had it. Strength Cartel. Ooh, are they up at Brandon Allen's gym? Or is that dirty, filthy, what's the name of this? Filthy Power. That's his team. Cucamonga, thank you. This guy's a gin. Almost passing out from lifts. Oh, you mean breathing heavy? Breathing heavy from squatting 2 times your body weight? He's out of breath. There's something wrong with him. Could you even unrack that? Could you unrack that and walk that out and just stand with it? Question. For anybody talking about my... Well, to be fair, my nose is all plugged up. You know, it's like, he's out of shape. He just tried to squat 3 times his body weight, and he's breathing heavy. At the age of 50, call the doctors. I bet his heart rate's elevated. Really? You think if you put 3 times your body weight on your back, it might compress your little and may cause your blood pressure to raise or spike? Possibly. Yo, it sucks, dude. So I got a deviated septum from getting my nose broke. Probably drug use too, let's be fair. But I've been sober since 2013, so and anytime the weather changes here in Vegas, the air quality is just horrible, and it just sucks. And my eyes get all itchy. I gotta take Claritin, Zyrtec. My voice gets all raspy. You know, I start sounding like a Fran Drescher. You know, like. Normally I have that like that cool Sam Elliott voice, you know, Coors, Banquet Bear. And it gets all raspy. I'm like, you got $1. Can you beat a bear? Depending on what we're playing. You know, it's valve pressure. Yeah, I would imagine. But I also do cardio 3 days a week. I do boxing, like 3-round boxing, you know. So like, and my blood pressure is normally 122/70, resting heart rate 70. So I think honestly, like, I don't have any health markers to suggest that I have unhealthy vascularity, or, you know, blood pressure is right where it needs to be. Then I've got most guys. He was saying that 120/70 is way below the median for guys that are 50. I think normally the curve is like 140/80 or something like that. The number one killer of older guys is high blood pressure, because the constant hypertension. Spikes in your blood pressure are good. It's like revving your engine or once in a while. You know, if you have a sports car, you've got to peg it once in a while. You got to open her up. But as you know, after every race, they got to rebuild those engines. They just tear up, so you can't redline it for too long. So heavy lifting, spike that engine every once in a while, but then in between that, what are we doing? Mostly lightweight fluff work, lots of cardio, riding a bike, rollerblades, walking the dogs, playing with the kids. I would say this is about 10% of what I do for fitness. And speaking of which, I better get on it. I have high blood pressure and I'm 30. Cardio, yeah, well, most cardio sucks. What I'm going to suggest is get a heavy bag. You don't have to post it on YouTube because people fucking every person's going to be a fight commentator if you post anything with a heavy bag on YouTube. But you set a timer for 1 to 3 minutes and you just punch. Set it for 3 minutes and punch. You will be fucking torched beyond belief if you give it like a really good effort and you do a couple times sets of those. You'll never run on a treadmill again. And on top of that, you can learn how to hit it with a heavy bag. I mean, it's win-win, right? Hell yeah, these are my Don Frye shorts. That'll tickle your innards. Kenneth Frazee. No, that first one counted for sure. The second one might have been a little high. I go for a hip crease right below the parallel to the knee. So it should look something like that. Yeah, right about there. Hell yeah! You're 51 and you bench 545 pounds? Sweet, that's incredible. Do you do squat and deadlift too? How much weight can you squat? Well, the last time I maxed out, I did 650. And I was going to max out today. There's 600 on there right now. But that double at 545 felt a little heavy, so we'll see how it goes. I worked all day too. You know, strength isn't linear. That's what I tell people. Like, if you have an awesome day where you just kill it and you get 650 pounds and you set a PR, next time you don't, 620, 630. Oh my God. It's like, you know, we work all day, 14-hour shifts, construction, dehydrated, who knows, you had to pick the kids up from school. You know, strength's not linear. Give yourself a break. You do the best you can do. But that's the reason why when we train, we don't max out. We live in the rep ranges, sets of 3 to 5, sometimes 8. And you push those PRs. What's your max set of 8? How many, at a specific weight, how many reps can you do? Those are the kinds of PRs that are going to get your 1 rep max up without having, because it's dangerous. It's dangerous, it's hard on the body, and it's, it's not linear. So you see guys, they'll train and they'll hit max bench, let's say, like once a week, twice a week. That's all they do is they max out. And they wonder why they don't make any progress. Well, because your body's already adapted to that weight. Let's say you're a 400-pound bencher, arbitrary number, and you bench 400 pounds every week, and you're just trying to 405, you just can't get it. You're just stuck at 400. Well, your body's already adapted to 400 pounds. Think about it. You can't put enough weight on the bar to cause an adaptation, the body to adapt to more stress. You can't do it. So how do you do it? You drop the weight and you push the reps. Get them reps up. If you bench 400 pounds, try maxing out 350 for as many as you can get. Rotate that a bit. Do 350 one week, 370 the next, drop down to 315. You know what I mean? Like mix her up. Add some variation in there. Were you in the Marines? Hell yeah. Nathan Big Nate Ortiz, Semper Fi, brother. Are you in Okinawa or are you mainland? My sister was Navy. She was in crypto. She was on a, she's that lucky bitch. She got stationed in mainland Japan. And she married an officer. And he became the CEO of the language school of Monterey. Last name Cooney. What the hell's his first name? I should know that. It's only her husband. And of course, my brother-in-law's a jarhead, so. One rep bench max calculator is really close for me. Yeah, most of them are. So the thing about bench press calculators, if you type in Google search bench press calculator, it'll come up lift calculator. It'll have you put the number of the lift in, number of reps you can do, body weight, and estimate. Well, body weight's more for dot score calculating for powerlifting. But anyway, it'll tell you approximately what your 1 rep max will be. How accurate is that? Pretty accurate, usually within 5 or 10 pounds for most people. The bigger the set is, to a point, the more accurate it'll be. So it's going to be least accurate, how do I say this? You want to have like 3 to 5 reps to get a good calculation. Anything more than that, and it starts skewing the numbers. Like if a guy can do 225 for like an NFL combine number, like 23 or 24 reps, you plug that into that calculator, you're going to get a number that's going to be way more off than if you would have calculated a set of 5. Does that make sense? My butthole is hurting. Damn it, I got nothing. It's not from me. Because my wee-wee's too small. 9th grade, no help, 225. Vlad, how awesome was that? Man, can you imagine? I've been in high school with 2 plates on your back. You were the fucking man. Most I ever lifted was 500 pounds. She was a girl. I know your pain, brother. Kenneth Frazee, thanks. I really appreciate the sentiment. And what is this? Rhodesian Ridgehound or Rotaxis Mud something? He gonna poop. I think that's for your doctor to know. Surprisingly, there was people that were a lot stronger than me, mostly the wrestlers. Dude, wrestlers are strong. Different way, though. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys like, you can look up the powerlifting records, open, or it's powerliftingwatch.com. It aggregates all the records going back to probably the 70s. I guess I should stand with better posture because I'm standing like this. That's when it gets sticks out. So stand with better posture. Anyway, so go on Open Powerlifting. You can type anyone's name in, including mine. It'll come up with all the meets I ever did, my entire last 10, 15 years. It'll give you all my best lifts. It'll give you the dates on when those lifts happen. If you go in the upper left-hand corner, it says rankings. And you can rank all the powerlifters, and if you put in there, like, what are they competing? Are they raw? The wraps? Do they squat with multiply suits on? Those are all different. There's 3 divisions. There's juniors, which is up to 23 years old. There's open, which is 24 to 39 years old. And then there's masters, which is over 40. I would be considered a masters lifter. I also enter the open. Now, masters generally is ranked by age of 10, so 40 to 49, 50 to 59, 60. And then in competition, it's then again reduced by 5 years. Because a 59-year-old lifter is a lot more disadvantaged than a 50-year-old lifter. But for rankings purposes, they put them in by groups 10 years. I am currently ranked 2nd in the world, all federations, over 50, 220 raw. Bam! And I've been in the top 3, top 5. Last year, did I finish top 3? Definitely number 1, no, 2nd in the United States. Vassal beat me. There's this one guy, check him out on Instagram. His name's Vassal Gustarev. This motherfucker's strong. Like, I have like a almost 700-pound deadlift. He's around 800 pounds at my weight class. He squats. I actually squat more than him. He squatted like 600 pounds. I beat him by like 10 or 15 pounds. His bench is 500 pounds at 220, 48 years old. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Nutball. Yeah, absolutely. You know what's cool though? So here's a cool thing. Like, when we're at competition, like, those guys are there right next to you. When you're at IPL Worlds and you're getting ready to go up, IPL Worlds is where the best of the amateurs compete. So all those guys that are ranked are right there standing next to you, and you're like looking at them like, holy shit. We all help each other out. Like, they'll help. Like, the guy I beat, he corrected my squat form. He said it was leaning too far forward, and I needed to, and if we see things, or if your guy needs help with wraps, like, we're all there together. It's like, it doesn't matter who wins or loses. You know what I mean? Like, it's the fellowship. It's like we're all participating together, and then after that, we all go out and hang out afterwards. You're in a city you've never been in, or maybe a part of the country you've never been to. Or this year, I think IPL Worlds was in Greece this November. If you're privileged enough, you get to travel out of the country, and it's like everybody's friends. They're all super helpful. Nobody gives a shit what you can bench. And conversely, if you're new to the sport and you don't think that you're strong enough, nobody cares about that either. You can literally show up at a powerlifting meet and not even be able to bench 135 pounds. And if you tell those people, this is my first meet, you're going to have so much love. They're going to, you know what I mean? You're going to make lifetime friends. I just love the sport of powerlifting. Everybody's so helpful, and nobody cares about what your numbers are. The only thing we like to try to do is see people improve. So a lot of times guys will ask you what your numbers are just to see if you're making progress or not. And then if you're not, they try to help each other out in that regard. We'll help each other out with money. If you don't have money for travel arrangements, we'll set up GoFundMes for each other. A lot of us work. None of us, we're not endorsed athletes. It's expensive to travel the country. Yeah, I'm going to rest a couple minutes and I'm going to hit this. I got 600 pounds on the bar. I just did 545 for 2, so you got to wait. You can't, I usually wait at least, about 10 minutes is what I wait. How do you keep your ligaments in good shape after all these years of lifting? Full range of motion, stretch with weights. For example, when I'm bench pressing, I use that camber bar because it's got an extra 4 inches in the range of motion, and I stretch those pecs out. And I live in that, I do what's called lengthened partials. I think it's crucial for ligament and tendon strength. I stopped smoking, but my lips still dark. How can I get my red lips back? Dark lips? I don't know. That's a new one to me. Kenny, are you natty? Lord, no. Advice for life, please. Do what I do. Advice for life. Never go more than 3 days without training. Try to find somebody that loves you as much as you love them. And work on building a team to navigate this shitty ass fucking life together. Oh, damn it, Penguin. I put you on timeout, but now I'm just gonna have to remove you. Sorry, brother. You got to go. Hide user on this channel. I want to get rid of his messages. Go to channel. I hate having to do that. Alright. There we go, Arby's. Hide user on the channel. Alright. John Jones. You look like an American Gladiator, the original crew, like Laser. Hell yeah, wasn't oh, who was what's his name? Mr. Natural. Fuck, I can't think of his name. I don't understand the spanning thing. Yeah, I don't either, but people, I don't know, they got nothing better to do. It's all good. So what a lot of these guys will do is they'll make alt accounts so they can just log in and keep doing it. And I'm like, who's got time for that? Like, don't you guys have jobs? You know what I mean? But at the same time, I was told that if you got people that are spamming the chat, to just let them go because it helps with the engagement. So they're actually helping me out. I don't know. Is that true? Hey, Josh, are you still here? I'm gonna make you a moderator. Add as moderator. Lock words, channel live also. There we go. Josh, I just made you a moderator, right, brother? Think you can help me out with these guys while I'm lifting? I really appreciate it. Shit. Alright, I'm gonna pee real quick. Be right back. All right. 600 pounds. 600 pounds with a camber bar. Can he do it? All right. Thanks, Josh. I really appreciate it. You said, who was this? Said John Jones was in here? That would be super cool if he was. I was watching him work out. And I know now, a lot of basketball players, MMA guys, they lift kind of heavy, and sometimes their form's not all that great, but And then people back on them because their squats aren't like the competition standard or something like that. And it's like, bro, like whatever he's doing is working for him. You know what I mean? Like it's just good to see people lifting. John Jones, the wife beater. I don't really know anything about that. I know he had some problems with here in Vegas with drinking, that's for sure. My brother is a Metro cop. He told me some stories, but I don't know anything about domestic violence. I haven't heard anything about that. Yeah, Josh is putting in that work. You gotta love trolls. Bro looks a bit constipated. Oh, so many spammers tonight. Yeah, it's all good. You know what? I'm super grateful for the engagement that I've gotten the last couple of weeks. I got a lot of new subscribers, and the people that have stuck around have been really, really awesome to work with. You guys, I've been doing this content for 3 years, and like I'm always gonna train. So it's for me, it's just filming me training. It's like whatever. My channel does something great. It doesn't do anything, whatever. It's still the same. If I lose my channel tomorrow, I'm still gonna be here training. But it's been really cool. You know what I mean? All right. Enough stalling. See if I can get this belt on tighter. I know those were high. Oh well. If you can't hit depth, make up with it in volume. Just do a couple extra reps. You'll be good. Whew. Yeah, they were shallow. Any value in pin presses? They're awesome. Because you take the stretch reflex out of the lift. So Josh, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop down to 405 for a back down set. And I'm going to just go all out. What do you do for work? Commercial construction. Currently I'm the safety manager. I'm the safety manager for all the projects in Las Vegas for Southwest Steel. Josh Tippy, AMRAP, yeah. I got Benny Blanco here to help me. He says I should do this. Wait. You think? Glad you're here. I accidentally put 600 on there. I had no idea how that happened. I guess we should never try. Yeah. I'm gonna let my mom know. She won't love me no more. I'll let you guys in on a little secret. I'm getting ready for a powerlifting meet. I always, even if the reps are high, I always push the, like I'll do as many as I can, 2, 3, 4. They're all high. It doesn't matter. You're still gonna, at that weight, you are gonna get stronger, and it's gonna trickle down. You keep training, you keep rotating your rep ranges. 75, 85, 95, week to week. Those max effort days where you don't have perfect form is going to translate to those lower effort days, and then when you get to peak, you're going to be way stronger. So don't worry. Like, it's not a bad rep if you miss depth. Just keep grinding. Just keep getting the volume in. No spotter. No, I shouldn't. Like, honestly, that's super dangerous. I got spotter arms. Have you seen the accidents where when the guys bail, like, they dump it and the spotter's like, what's he gonna do? He's standing behind him, like, tickling his armpits. Are you gonna catch 600 pounds? There's a technique for bailing. If you know you're not gonna get it, stay with the weight. Lower it, lean forward into the rack, dump it in the spotter arms. Let the rack catch you. I gotta be honest with you, Josh. I'm a little disappointed. I wore these goofy ass fucking shorts. I spray painted my hair red, white, and blue. I got my John Hack signature wrist wraps on. All I've commented on is the thing on my face and my gut. It's like, like, I've purposely given them ammo. You guys are assholes. Do you like to judge people, Caleb, by what he say? Caleb, I didn't hear what Caleb said, so I'm assuming it wasn't anything nice. Make sure to hit my minimum 1 gallon a day. Track your carbs intake. Lots of hard gains. Don't eat enough carbs. That's really good. That's really good advice, Ambush. Let's go, Marines. Hey, g'day from Australia, mate. Hi, Trump. Well, you're off a gum tree with a dingo, mate. You're on the wrong channel, eh? No, I don't care. I don't care who you like. You don't. In America, we don't. How do I say this? I don't look to any leader as somebody that's going to save us. You're not going to vote your way out of the shit we're in. But the cool thing about Trump is, at least for 4 more fucking years, we're going to have sensible gas prices. He's going to stabilize the economy, and I don't have to listen to this trans bullshit. We got free speech back, so that's nice. You know what I mean? Like, we can stand up for ourselves. So I'm looking forward to that. I mean, any of you guys played, like, what was it? Dragon Age just came out with a new game. Anybody into video games? Dragon Age. Come on, like, 2 of the best games ever made. RPGs made by BioWare. And the new one is just slathered in LGBT. It's a trans simulator. I was so disappointed. What do you think about RFK? I like RFK. I really do, man. He's got a fucked up voice like me. He's just, I don't know, he's I don't know why people write him off, because he's a really smart guy. He's on point about nutrition. Church of Iron knows not political affiliations. That's right, Liberty. Yeah, we'll see how it works. But it's just kind of weird because it's like everyone's like, "Oh, we're in a tyranny now, and he's a Nazi," and it's like we had him for the president for 4 years already. Like you guys were there, right? Here's what I can tell you. In 2019, I had more money than I'd ever had in my entire life. Bought a house, had 30 grand in the bank in savings. Was doing all right. 2020, I had the least amount of money. The economy was locked down. Everything was. My wife lost her business. Credit scores went up. Inflation, interest rates, and on top of that, they had all the DEI initiatives with work. And next thing you know, we got all these fucking weirdos telling us about like, oh, don't even get me started on that shit. The corporate days we had. It was, and they wanted to censor everybody on Twitter, and they wanted to, police speech. And everybody kept talking about like the threat to democracy. Like, first of all, we're not a democracy. We're a republic. Rule of law. I'm wearing panties. But fuck no, dude. These are Don Frye American shorts. Wow. And if you don't know who Don Frye is, punch yourself in the face as hard as you can right now. That's right. Liberty Garden's got it right. 500 pounds doesn't matter who you vote for. Yeah, Don Frye is testosterone incarnate. Hell yes, he is. I love that dude. Constitutional Republic. Thank you. Sean Strickland reminds me of Don Frye. You know what? What would happen if you got those two in the same room? All right, I'm gonna hit this set at 405, and then with any luck, my lovely wife, I'm gonna give her the best 30 seconds of her life. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do the dishes. Nice shorts. No, they're awesome shorts. Awesome shorts. They are the standard to which all other shorts are measured. What happened to your hair? I was trying to blow a light socket. Your beer gut muscles, hell yeah. So the hair, okay. I was going for I was trying to do blue, red, white, right? Didn't work. But you see what I was going for, okay? The theme. See the wristbands? Ping, ping, ping. I got the Marine shirt, the Don Frye shorts. Rock hard. My daughter, God love her, said, "You getting online wearing that?" I said, "Yes." She said, "Daddy, you're very weird sometimes." Where did my color go? Yeah. All right. Do. Anybody in the chat live in Vegas or come to Vegas? If you do, I'm available to train with. I'll take you to one of the famous gyms. We got like Brandon Allen's Filthy Power, or one of the other ones. Get your free boxing session with a professional trainer. Usually charges $100 an hour. So if you're ever in Vegas, let me know. I'll be in Vegas Tuesday. So Tuesday, dude. Instagram, Charles.Widener, spelled just like my name. Using belts and chalk is cheating. This is about cheating. Is it though? if the rules of the sport you participate in say you can wear a belt and use chalk, and everybody else that participates in the same sport has that advantage, is it cheating? I don't know. What's your excuse? Also, it's safety. Like, are you kidding me? Like, what? You're gonna try to squat 2-3 times your body weight and not wear a belt? Are you retarded? Does your rack shake so much? Actually, I checked the bolts. They're tight. That's how old that piece of shit is. It's old trusty, baby. How much on that bar? Right now, oh, I got it misloaded. 405. I had 600 on there, and now I'm going to do my back down set and call it a night. How much walking will I do? No, it won't shrink down on the weight, Brandon. Dude, walking is really good cardio. If you do it regularly, you will see results over time, if provided you're doing other things to go with it. Bugenhagen is my fucking spirit animal. I love that guy. Funksy 40. Look me up, brother. Brandon tracking steps, a great way to lose weight. Yes, so ambush again with excellent advice. I'll add to that. If you're going to track your steps, you do need to increase something. It either needs to be the pace at which you're walking over time, or the amount of steps you're taking over time. Something has to increase. If you do the same steps every day, your body adapts to it. You're not going to see any changes after a certain point. Same thing, like a guy can lift 315 pounds, good amount of weight on the bench, right? If that's all you lifted every day of your life, you're not going to bench press a pound over 315. Progressive overload. You got to put the progress in progressive. Something has to progress. No spotter. Spotter, where are you? Kitty. If I can get my cat to do it. Dog, I need you real quick. Yeah. Alright, you're gonna be my spotter. So I'm gonna squat, and if I drop the weight, you're gonna pick me up, okay? Wanna practice?
Sure.
So you get under. So if I drop this weight, you're gonna catch it, right?
The weight or you?
Yeah, I don't have a spotter. Oh my god.
I didn't have a spot.
Yeah, some guys like, you don't have a spotter? Nah, a guy working out in a gym alone doesn't have a spotter. Imagine that.
My mom spots him.
I was just waiting for someone to walk by, one of the homeless people, but they weren't available today.
Weirdo. Yay!
Alright, here we go.
Bye, Dad.
Love you, kiddo. one who walks. Thank you, brother. Murtaza, sorry. Moonlight. Devious. Josh. DJ the Destroyer. Ooh. Frye. Ambush. Oh, I might have had maybe one or two more of me. What's your PR? All-time squat, 680. But here's the thing. There's no way that counted because that was like a parallel squat, but I still had 680 on my back. In competition, trying to do kilo math because kilos aren't like an exact weight. They're like 617.9, 620 in competition. And the last time I maxed out, I was able to hit 650 for a single. I was using these though, so these are my Helix sleeves. They're inside out right now. Helix. These fucking sleeves are insane. They will add 10 pounds to your lift, guaranteed. They hurt, which is why I'm not wearing them. I train in SBDs. These are way better than the SBDs. These are almost wraps. So when I hit the 650, I had these on. Which is, you know, hey. Tala, hey. Somehow, quite an impressive display. Thank you. Mendy. Yolanda. Who's being thirsty? The one who walks. There goes my spotter. I wear old knee sleeves from Anderson Powerlifting. Yeah, dude, these SBD sleeves are like 12 years old, which is a testament to how well they're made. You have a good squat, Josh. Josh, you're a good lifter, dude. You're strong. Yeah, you know, guys, so here's the deal with belts. You know, people are like all raw. I believe that it's important to lift without assistance. No sleeves, no squat shoes, no belt, to a point. You shouldn't be maxing out like that. There is no benefit to putting your body in a compromised position without safety equipment on. And anytime you're truly max lifting, you are compromising your body, and I don't give a fuck how proficient you are. So, you know, go raw, go fully, lift naked, get strong, you know, put 225 on your back and squat it for 35 to 50 reps. Fuck yeah. Do all that. But if you're gonna max out, I'm gonna say if you go above 75% of your 1 rep max, wear the equipment. Just so you can brag to some internet randos that don't lift anyways. You know what I mean? I just deadlifted 500 pounds beltless. And I'm like, oh yeah? I just went into 7-Eleven and I didn't have underwear on. Poet, is that good or bad? Lift naked. All right. Okay. All right. I can't hold that for very long. Here you ready? Wow, milkshake brings all the boys to the yard. Damn right, it's better than yours. All right, guys. I gotta give the wife some loving. Probably do some vacuuming or something.